As well as gentlemen, I'm Papa Boris, and I should go to bed. Instead, I'm gonna play an arena run with Shaman to try to finish up my daily quests because that is an extremely rational and sane decision. We kick things off with a rare card, as is so often the case. This is total trash. We could take Mana Wraith, which does sometimes win games, or we could take Ravenholt Assassin. It's very expensive, but it's very good at finishing off your opponent. The problem is if you're behind, it's really expensive and doesn't help you stay in the game, so it just ends up being a dead card. Well, let me think about it. What is better? I mean, I am a shaman. I do get to make free totems. This doesn't affect those. I can screw up my opponent's plans. We'll take the Mana Wraith. I don't know. The Ravenholt Assassin can be good, but I'm not going to take it unless I absolutely have to. Okay, we got a Taunter here, or kind of a mediocre removal spell. We'll take the Premier Taunter, the Sen'jin Shieldmaster. Okay, I don't want any more Mana Wraiths. We'll take a Mana Tide Totem for some card draw. Try to protect it if we can. Not a big fan of the Stormpike Commando. I do like the Panda a lot, so we'll grab the Panda there. So with the tank, the Stranglethorn Tiger is really one of my favorite 5-drops. It drops into play at a reasonable price. Your opponent can't kill it. Really, there's like almost no way to kill it. And you get to either kill a creature or deal 5 damage. But Fork Lightning is too good not to take. I mean, it just gets you out of so many tough situations. I could take this for quasi-removal or take this for card draw. Let's go ahead and grab some cards. Cards are good. Here, I don't want the spell damage that much, so we'll take the Bluegill Warrior. I think I like the Raging Worgen more than the Panther, and we're taking a 3-drop here, so I'll just grab the Worgen. Do love Amani Berserker, do love Unbound Elemental. Even without any benefits, a 2-4 for 3 is so rare that I'll just play it, but I don't think I can pass up on a Hex. Mana Tide Totem, I don't want 2 of those. I hate this card, I just think it's garbage. We'll take Knife Juggler here. It triggers when totems come into play, which is nice. This guy's really cool, but because I have a Mana Tide Totem, it'd be nice to actually be able to protect it somehow, so I'm valuing Taunt a little bit more highly than usual. We'll grab the Iron for Grizzly. Flesh Eating Ghoul, one of my favorite 3-drops. Has a huge impact on the game. Starting to get a lot of 3-drops. Now I wish I had taken the 2-5 Charger for 4 mana over this Grizzly. Well, we'll take the Imp Master here, I think. Although the Arcane Golem is good in the late game, this is actually good on turn 3, so we'll pick her up. Alright, Flame Tongue Totem is great. The other 2 cards are not. I don't think I can play Totemic Might. I mean, it does help. Mana Tide Totem. You know where I could see myself maybe playing this card? In a constructed deck that had Gadgets and Auctioneer, then you could play this and draw a card. As it is, I'm thinking, so I don't have that many 4-drops, so I could use this for mana curve reasons. In general, though, this is the best spell damage card because you can play it and then a spell right away. But for mana curve reasons, I will grab the Ogre there. Bloodlust or Rockbiter Weapon? Well, this is a lot more consistent. 1 mana, 3 damage, kill an early play, seems really good. Another Brewmaster? Well, I'm halfway through the draft and I have 0 late game, so I'm actually going to grab the War Golem here, although I don't like it. I need some big cards or else I'm going to be losing all my games. I have to, again, pass on an Amani Berserker to take Hex? I think so. That's just too good not to take. Alright, got enough Taunt and 3-drops. We'll take the Chillwind Yeti, which lost me a heartbreaking game recently. Twilight Drake is like another Chillwind Yeti, essentially, but the Stampeding Kodo kills things, so I'm going to take it. That was Mana Wraith number 3, by the way. Kind of crazy. Not a big fan of the Wind Fairy Harpy, although I'm starting to, in order to follow my philosophy here, if a card you think is bad keeps being good against you, then you have to start respecting it. This actually has been good against me a bunch. We'll see how it is on the other side of that. Frostwolf Warlord. Man, I do need late game, but my removal's actually not super great. I got the Weapon, the Forked Lightning, and the 2 Hexes. And that's it. Yeah, we're going to take Lightning Bolt here, although the Frostwolf Warlord could get big with all these drops. I think the removal is going to have a bigger impact on the game. Alright, Silence is nice to have. I do like this taunt, but Silence is nice, and the damage is sometimes going to actually kill stuff, so I'll take the Earthshock there. Another Lightning Bolt? Ventricle Mercenary is big. We're running out of picks. We might not see any more big stuff. I'm going to take Lightning Bolt. I think the removal is better. And look at that. We got another Ventricle. Perfect. Well, with all these early things and an Imp Master, I think it'd be downright crazy to not take Call Master here. The Earthshock is very good, and I want one, but I got one, so we're going to take some more card draw. 3rd Hex? Man, nope. I'm going to take the Stormwind Champion. I'm really lacking for late game, and the Stormwind Champion is great with all your totems and stuff. That's awesome. We'll just take a Novice Engineer. Do I already have one of those? I do. Yeah, I'll take another one for more cards. And the Harvest Golem here. I don't like the Wind Speaker much at all. Questing Adventure? Now let's take another Knife Juggler. So, the issue with this deck is the curve is low. But I did get a few big cards, and sometimes a few big cards is all you need. We got ourselves a Vengeful Mercenary. We took a War Golem, actually. A Stormwind Champion. And I think there's one other card that can qualify as sort of big. Whatever my 6-mana card is, I forget what it is now. Ah, the Wind Fury Harpy. Right. So it's good for dealing damage. It's actually not good for just killing your opponent's creatures. Let's pass that back. Let's actually pass this back. My curve is so low, I can find something. We'll keep the Mana Wraith around. So hopefully I can play a 2-mana creature and then the Mana Wraith. Aha, perfect. Okay. So, this is actually a really nice start. I coin out the Knife Juggler. I pray that my opponent has neither Holy Smite nor Shadow Word Pain. Come on, don't have those things. Just heal yourself. Yeah, okay, so now my opponent's already really behind, because what I'm doing here is terribleness. So here, I'm going to play a Mana Wraith. Swing. So my opponent's creatures are suddenly more expensive. I still get to put totems on the board. Holy Nova, because I was second player and I had the coin, Holy Nova is 2 turns away. So my opponent is in a heap of trouble here. Now, luckily for him, I don't have any 2-mana creatures, but unluckily for him, I still get to make a totem. So this is really about the best start you can hope for. This is one of those cases where your opponent has a slow start, and you really get to take advantage of it. Mind Games, right? He's going to get a free creature from my deck. Luckily, I don't have any of my that much big stuff. Gets a Kodo. The Battle Cry does not trigger. Fork Lightning is not relevant. I could play Harvest Golem, but then stuff starts dying, so this is the time for Hex. We'll kill it. Swing. He could have definitely gotten something worse. He could have also gotten something better. Either way, I had the Hex, so good thing I took Hexes. There's the Injured Blade Master. My opponent, unfortunately, because of the extra cost, notice how he has 1 mana left. If it had been just a normal price of 3 mana, he could have also healed it. Now the Knife Juggler gets to kill it. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and do this then. We'll play Cult Master. The Knife Fling hit my opponent. Had it hit this, I could have traded my Mana Wraith for it. As it is, I will trade the Knife Juggler for it. Drawing a card. And swing. Man, I think his Mana Wraith is really good. I mean, this game, my opponent had a slow start. He had nothing on turn 1 or turn 2. So it's possible that just helped me out a lot. But that Mana Wraith really did kind of press the advantage there. Can I win? 4, 6, 9? No, my opponent's a little bit far off. Alright, we're just going to do this. I think that seems pretty fine. Swing, and swing. So, if my opponent doesn't heal himself, this plus Rockbiter Weapon will kill him. Okay. Well, White Watcher, the Priest, that was a demolition derby. He seems very angry about that. I won't give myself too much credit, actually, for that game, because my opponent had a slow start. It's actually very rare for a Priest. I mean, he went like the whole game. He never had any Shadow Word Pains, or Holy Smites, or Holy Nova. So he just didn't really have anything, basically. And I overran him, but I mean, had he put up more of a fight, that game could have gone either way. With that said, I had a pretty good hand. I had Chillwind Yeti in there, the Ventrico. I had some Rockbiter Weapon, Fork Lightning. I probably could have, I mean, not probably, but I had a very, very good chance of winning, even if he had put up a fight. It was just a demolition derby because he didn't. So anyway, that was a good first game. It was a nice confidence booster after a few rough arenas. Shaman used to be my best class by a mile. It still is, percentage-wise, but I did break my streak of never failing with them. After 7 arena runs, the fun ended. Chagu the Priest is up to play. Well, let's take a look. Getting rid of this is easy. This is also easy. We'll keep the Master and the Cult Master around. So basically, I'm on turn 3, I might be able to play this. I'm on the Cult Master and then have these imps turn into cards. And that's pretty cool. Take a damage, draw a card is a pretty good hero ability. My opponent's going to Mind Vision. Well, I hope he got the coin or the Wind Fury Harpy. Anything else, then it kind of sucks. If he got the Knife Juggler, that's especially annoying. So, I am actually going to coin out the Knife Juggler so that if he does play a creature, I can trade. And so then I can, if he doesn't kill it or play a creature, I can make a totem, fling a knife. Shadow Word Pain, well, so that sucks. Given that that was happening, that's a bit unfortunate, but maybe he has like a 2-mana creature, so he had to Shadow Word Pain instead of playing the creature, you know? You never know, is the thing. You just never know. It's possible that he would have played a creature and that would have caused me to get behind. Like, let's say that I didn't play the Knife Juggler with the coin. He on turn 2 gets to just play a creature. Then I play the Knife Juggler, then he Shadow Words Pains, but he's also got a creature on the board. He did steal the coin, so that's lucky. Another priest with Mind Games. I'm pretty sure this is a different name than the other priest. What do you get here? Harvest Golem? Well, the bad news is that's a really good card. The good news is it's only 3 mana, so he stole like a 3 mana card for 4 mana, which is fine. It's a good 3 mana card, but it's still just a 3 mana card. It definitely could have been a lot worse. We get to play the Chillwind Yeti and the Skogrim Ogre Magi here. Got good stuff to look forward to. The Cult Master, unfortunately, can't be used at the moment, because this Imp's probably going to die. Holy Smite. Ah, my opponent's actually going to kill the Imp Master, so leaving the Imp alive. Murloc Raider? And I was thinking, wow, my opponent really threw out his hand here. Okay, so I could play a Cult Master. That would allow the Imp to kill this and draw a card. But I mean, then it just dies to the Harvest Golem. Why don't we just do this? Let's play the Chillwind Yeti. He is immune to Shadow Words. Let's get value out of our Imp. And call it a day. I mean, it's really up to my opponent here. I have board advantage and card advantage. So it's really up to him to make some magic happen. And if I am still at board advantage 2 turns from now, the Wind Fury Harpy is amazing, dealing 8 damage a turn. Ah, well that is a big card for sure. My opponent's going to go ahead and clear out my totem, which I cannot blame him for. Oh gosh, can I actually ignore this thing? I mean, it's going to kill my Yeti, and the priest can actually heal it, so it's actually really unfortunate. I can't do anything about it, though. I can play 2 creatures if they are Novice Engineer and Mana Wraith, which I will actually do. I think it's important to get as much out there as I can. Okay, so we're going to do the Mana Wraith over the bear, kill off this Golem, try to work that down. Man, this Benchka Mercenary might just win my opponent the game. However, if I draw one of my 2 hexes, I'll be okay. And keep in mind, as long as this lives, he's not easily able to play more creatures. He can only play really cheap stuff. So it's like, this is all he's got, basically. My opponent's going to trade that stuff in for my Yeti. The mana rate's making this stuff even more expensive. He's actually going to play all the mana. 5 mana for a Northstrike Cleric. Fair enough. Well, I'm okay with that, I think. Ah, perfect. Whew, that was just in time. So we're going to play our order very carefully here. We're going to first kill the Northstrike Cleric, because that's really important that that dies. Then we're going to hex this thing. And then because of the Mana Wraith, I actually can't play my creature, so all I can do is make a totem. That's a bit sad. But I would say that I'm once again in the lead. I have board advantage and card advantage, so my opponent again needs good stuff to get ahead. Bite of Pain for 4 mana. It's actually... Oh, Mind Blast. This is a bad... Well, not a bad player, but he had a bad pick. Mind Blast is a terrible card. Acolyte of Pain is actually very, very good at the moment. So I'm going to throw some taunt in the way, methinks. I could play a Wind Fury Harpy, go all the way aggressive. Let's actually... Well, let's see. I could play Taunt and a Totem. Let's play Taunt and a Totem. Rather than going too crazy here. Because it's nice to preserve my health a little bit. So we'll do that. We'll do that. The Acolyte of Pain would love to hit my Mana Wraith, draw a card, and kill my creature, but the Senjin is in the way, so he needs a Shadow Word Pain to be able to do these shenanigans. He does not have that. The Mana Wraith is actually not important. He got to play all of his stuff anyway, so that's fine. And he's actually going to get a card. That's a big mistake, actually. Given that he was going to do that, he should have done it first before spending all of his mana. It's possible that this was something better. Alright, well, let's take a look at what we do now. Fork Lightning is a pretty darn good spell right here. So the only thing I need to think about is, do I want to use the Mana Wraith on this so my creatures don't cost extra? If I have 7 mana, I can still play Wind Fury Harpy. Yeah, it's fine. Boop-de-doop, boop-ba-doop, boop-ba-doop, boop. Well, I don't even know what a priest could have that would win him. Oh, just suit. God, I look like a jackass. No, I did not mean to do that. I meant to say thank you. Wow, well, I got the mind control attack. He stole the taunt. Given how much trashy stuff I had, the taunt is a pretty good pull, all things considered. Holy Smite is not going to do it. He's threatening to trade it against one of these two creatures next turn. But, little does he know. Let's see, what am I going to have? I'm going to have 7 mana to work with? Ah, it's not quite enough. Let's think. So I can play the Cult Master for 5 mana, then run 4 things in, or 3 things in, get 3 cards. Or, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to actually run this in first, then play the Cult Master. So now I'm getting, wait, why is this a, oh geez. I thought I was going to kill this for some reason. Oops! Crap. Well, let's draw this, see if we can draw one of our outs here. Yes, we can. Okay, good. Do I want to use the Novice Engineer for another card? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Storm Champion, that'll be nice. Alright, so we're going to Lightning Bolt this. Make a totem. That was a very good flip. I had a 1 in 3 chance of getting it. It's protecting my Wind Fury Harpy here, which is quite nice. Even if I hadn't flipped it and he got to kill it, I still have this Cult Master beating down for 4, plus all these cards. It's just very unlikely for my opponent to be able to catch up. The Temple Enforcer is a nice card in general, but it's not the right card here. The right card here would have been a Holy Nova. It would have killed everything and then allowed this thing to trade for my Wind Fury Harpy. Alright, can I win right here? Let's just do a quick check. If I play the Stormwind Champion, I got 4, 8 is 11. That's not quite enough. So what we'll do is... let's play Taunt. Make it hard for my opponent. And let's just put out as much stuff as we can. All of which survives Holy Nova. And we'll swing. Oh my god. I could have won the game with Stormwind Champion because I forgot that this attack... I forgot that attacks twice. I apologize, folks. I could have won right there on the spot because with Stormwind Champion, I would have dealt an extra 4 damage, actually, which would have been enough. I just totally forgot this attacks twice. My apologies. Anyway, it doesn't make any difference. So, yeah, he finally kills the Wind Fury Harpy and heals himself. I drew... Jesus, how many cards did I draw off that Cult Master? A lot. I drew 4 more cards than my opponent, but the thing you have to keep in mind is well, yeah, I guess he had a Power Word Shield, so that gave him 1 card. I guess he didn't have any other card draws. Alright, well those are 2 really solid wins, so I'm feeling really pretty good. If you're enjoying how the arena run is going, then stay tuned. The rest of it's going to be coming up shortly. And if you like this video, then please like and or subscribe. I'll see you again soon. Till then.